How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the end-of-year deal sale that runs through December 22nd. As usual, I've scoured this sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm not sure what the goal for next year should be, but I think we can shoot for at least 20k. Alright, that's enough yapping for me, let's get into the video. For $9.89, Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection is a 6-game bundle that brings together the full Zero and ZX storyline in one tight package, delivering fast 2D action, precise combat, and challenging boss encounters across connected maps and story-heavy missions that steadily ramp up in intensity. You'll slash, shoot, and chain mobility skills through all 6 campaigns while unlocking art, music, visual filters, and handy assists like casual scenario mode and save assists that make the experience smoother without sacrificing the series' trademark difficulty or style. The exclusive Z Chaser mode adds a fun competitive layer with time attack races, split path strategies, and leaderboard challenges that reward mastery. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $8.11, Shotgun King: The Final Checkmate is a tactical roguelike spin on chess, where you play as the abandoned Black King armed with a royal shotgun, turning each turn into a tight balance of positioning, risk, and explosive board control that constantly keeps you thinking ahead. You'll carefully move, shoot, and reload while enemy pieces close in, creating a rhythm of tense retreats and bold advances across increasingly dangerous floors that demand clever planning and quick adaptation to survive. Between stages, you'll choose upgrades that power up both sides, and with multiple modes, difficulty ranks, and over 100 modifiers, every run stays unpredictable, strategic, and consistently rewarding. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Fallout 4 is a massive post-apocalyptic RPG where you emerge from Vault 111 into a devastated Commonwealth and shape your own path through a sprawling world filled with factions, secrets, dangerous encounters, and countless side quests that reward exploration. You'll explore ruined cities, dense wilderness, irradiated landmarks, and hidden underground facilities while making decisions that influence characters, settlements, and the ultimate fate of the wasteland. Combat lets you switch between real-time firefights and strategic VATS targeting, and deep crafting systems let you customize weapons, armor, and entire settlements with an almost absurd level of freedom. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Red Dead Revolver is a classic arcade-style third-person western, where you play a young bounty hunter seeking revenge on the outlaws who massacred your family, unraveling a dark, twisting tale across the lawless frontier. You'll face precision gunfights, duels, and cinematic shootouts while exploring rugged landscapes, dusty towns, and saloons, with every encounter testing your reflexes and strategy in a story-driven campaign full of danger and intrigue. The PS2 Classic is upgraded for modern play with 1080p up-rendering, trophies, share play, remote play, activity feeds, and second screen support, giving newcomers and veterans alike a polished experience. It's a 74 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $5.09, Banner of the Maid is a turn-based strategy JRPG set in an alternate French Revolution, where you command troops and navigate a world filled with political intrigue, rebellion, and fantastical twists, blending historical drama with imaginative, story-driven elements. As young officer Pauline Bonaparte, you'll lead battles across varied terrains, manage unit positioning and abilities, and make decisions that ripple through the volatile political landscape of Paris, shaping alliances, influencing key events, and affecting the fates of both soldiers and civilians. The game's mix of strategy, character growth, and alternate history drama keep every encounter and choice meaningful in a richly imagined revolutionary world. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Tomba Special Edition is a lively platformer where you play Tomba, leaping, biting, and throwing through colorful 2.5D worlds to defeat mischievous pigs, uncover treasures, and meet quirky characters while exploring every nook and cranny of the vibrant, whimsical world. It blends linear and non-linear exploration with inventive levels, clever puzzles, hidden secrets, and optional challenges that reward skill, creativity, and thorough exploration, keeping gameplay fresh and engaging from start to finish. This edition adds Save Anywhere, Rewind, Analog Control, a remastered soundtrack, and a museum of original artwork, manuals, dev documents, and an interview with creator Takuro Fujiwara. It's an 83 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $6.24, Blasphemous is a punishing action platformer that combines fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with a dark, haunting narrative set in the cursed land of Custodia. You play as the Penitent One, the sole survivor of the Silent Sorrow Massacre, trapped in a cycle of death and rebirth, seeking to uncover the origin of the miracle while exploring twisted, sprawling, non-linear environments filled with grotesque monsters, deadly traps, and epic bosses, and collecting relics, rosary beads, and prayers to enhance your abilities. Combat is brutal and precise, with devastating combos, gory executions, and deep customization that lets you tailor your approach to Custodia's horrors. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $6.39, Final Fantasy VII is a legendary genre-defining turn-based RPG that follows Cloud Strife and the rebel group Avalanche in their fight against the corrupt Shinra Corporation and the vengeful Sephiroth. Journey across a richly detailed, expansive world powered by Mako energy, from the industrial sprawl of Midgard to snowy mountain peaks, ancient temples, and hidden laboratories filled with secrets, while forging deep bonds with unforgettable characters, uncovering tragic pasts, and confronting profound questions of identity, destiny, and sacrifice. Its cinematic storytelling, immersive world-building, and innovative materia combat system help define an era of gaming history. It's a 92 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $7.99, The Evil Within 2 is a gripping atmospheric survival horror from legendary director Shinji Mikami, following Detective Sebastian Castellanos as he descends once again into the warped world of STEM to rescue his lost daughter. The decaying cityscape constantly shifts between dream and nightmare, testing your sanity as grotesque creatures lurk in the dark and twisted memories resurface, while you explore semi-open environments filled with hidden dangers and scarce supplies, balancing stealth, traps, and brutal gunfights in a desperate fight to survive. Craft gear, upgrade abilities, and uncover disturbing truths that connect Sebastian's trauma to the horrors he faces. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $8.99, The Warriors is a gritty, story-driven beat-em-up set in New York City, 1979, where you play a street gang wrongly accused of murdering a rival leader and must fight your way 20 miles across the city to survive through alleys, subways, rooftops, and chaotic streets filled with enemies. Facing thousands of hostile gang members, every encounter becomes a brutal test of skill, strategy, and loyalty as you brawl, outsmart rival gangs, and rely on teamwork to overcome the night's dangers. The PS2 Classic comes upgraded with 1080p up-rendering, trophies, share play, remote play, activity feeds, and second screen support, giving both new players and returning fans a polished, modern experience. It's an 84 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $7.99, Brok the Investigator is a punch-and-click adventure blending beat-em-up, RPG, and detective gameplay in a grim, light cyberpunk world where animals have replaced humans and society is sharply divided by wealth and power. You play Brok, a private detective and former boxer, switching between him and Graft to solve puzzles, fight enemies, and make meaningful choices that shape multiple endings while uncovering a dark, mysterious story full of twists, danger, and personal stakes at every turn. Fully accessible for blind or visually impaired players, it includes narrated dialogue, adapted puzzles, local co-op, voice acting, and a free 60-page art book offering a deep and inclusive adventure. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Max Payne is a gritty, story-driven action shooter where you play a fugitive cop framed for murder, hunted by cops and the mob, and fighting to uncover the dark truth behind your slain family amidst New York's brutal winter streets filled with danger, betrayal, and relentless enemies. Navigate dark alleys, rooftops, and crime-ridden neighborhoods while engaging in stylish bullet-timed gunfights and cinematic shootouts that combine intense action with a noir-inspired story full of twists, vengeance, and moral ambiguity. The PS2 Classic comes upgraded with 1080p up-rendering, trophies, share play, remote play, activity feeds, and second screen support for a polished, modern experience. It's an 85 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $7.49, RPG Time: The Legend of Wright is a whimsical, inventive RPG that transforms your classroom into a handcrafted world of adventure, where you follow Game Master Kenta's notebook filled with drawings, cardboard, and stationery brought vividly to life. Each turn of the page brings unique gameplay shifts, from turn-based battles to action sequences, bullet hell challenges, and puzzle-filled adventures, delivering constant surprises, creativity, and unexpected humor. Nostalgic yet modern, the game's charming, playful design and clever mechanics make every session feel like an after-school treasure chest overflowing with fun, imagination, and delightful, unpredictable thrills. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $7.99, BioShock Remastered is a stunning, story-driven first-person shooter that plunges you into the undersea city of Rapture, a utopia turned dystopia by one man's hubris, where deranged splicers hunt little sisters, and the hulking big daddies defend them. You'll scavenge weapons, harness superhuman powers through DNA-altering plasmids, and navigate waterlogged Art Deco ruins while making morally complex choices that affect both survival and the city's fragile remnants. This remaster includes the Museum of Orphaned Concepts, challenge rooms for combat and puzzle trials, and director's commentary videos, offering both a visually enhanced and narratively deep experience for newcomers and returning players alike. It's a 94 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Far Cry 5 is an open-world first-person shooter set in Hope County, Montana, where you battle the fanatical Eden's Gate cult led by the charismatic Joseph Seed, while sparking a full-scale resistance across a lawless, rural landscape. Explore the world solo or in two-player co-op, liberating regions in any order using a wide mix of guns, vehicles, aircraft, and animal companions like Cheeseburger and Boomer across forests, farmlands, rivers, and small towns. Dynamic encounters, flexible progression, emergent chaos, and varied mission approaches keep gameplay feeling fresh, whether you favor stealthy takedowns, strategic planning, or explosive, over-the-top gunfights throughout the entire campaign. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition is an epic RPG that blends rich storytelling, strategic combat, and a vast, immersive world full of danger, intrigue, and memorable characters across multiple sprawling regions. You play as the Inquisitor, leading a team of unique companions on a perilous quest to save Thedas, where every choice and dialogue decision can dramatically shape the story, relationships, and the fate of the realm. Featuring deep tactical combat, character customization, and massive exploration, this edition also includes all expansions, Jaws of Hakan, The Descent, and Trespasser, plus deluxe upgrades, legendary gear, mounts, and Skyhold enhancements. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Scarlet Nexus is a stylish, futuristic action RPG set in a distant world where humanity's discovery of a psionic hormone grants incredible psychic abilities that reshape society forever. When grotesque, brain-hungry creatures known as the Others descend from the sky, elite psionics form the Other Suppression Force to defend what's left of civilization, and you'll experience this battle through the eyes of Yuito Sumeragi or Kasani Randall, two gifted soldiers whose intertwined journeys unravel a mind-bending story of fate, loyalty, and human evolution. Combat blends fast-paced melee attacks with telekinetic powers, letting you hurl objects, chain combos, and unleash psychic devastation. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Prey is a deeply atmospheric sci-fi thriller that strands you aboard Talos 1, a massive high-tech research station orbiting the moon in 2032. You awaken as the central subject of a dangerous experiment gone horribly wrong, unleashing a shape-shifting alien threat known as the Typhon that turns every corridor, lab, and maintenance shaft into a deadly, unpredictable maze, while you explore the sprawling, interconnected station where every object, vent, and datapad hides vital secrets, fragments of your identity, and haunting revelations about humanity's ambition and hubris. Craft weapons, upgrade neuromod abilities, and use inventive strategies to survive encounters that demand both skill and cunning. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Killzone Shadowfall is a futuristic first-person shooter set 30 years after Killzone 3, where the Helghast and Vectans live divided by a massive wall, and you play as Shadow Marshal Lucas Kellen, an elite soldier and master spy tasked with preserving a fragile peace. Explore stunning, next-generation environments filled with cinematic set pieces, deviously smart enemies, and high-stakes combat across a city teetering on the brink of war, using a mix of futuristic weapons, gadgets, and stealth tactics to complete your missions. The game also features the Owl, a versatile combat drone that extends your abilities, offering new strategic options and dynamic ways to engage enemies throughout intense battles. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a number of online trophies that can't be unlocked anymore, making the Platinum unobtainable. For $9.99, Tekken 7 is a fast-paced competitive fighting game that brought the iconic franchise to next-gen consoles for the first time with stunning Unreal Engine 4 visuals in richly detailed arenas. With its classic 3D battle system, you'll master a diverse roster of fighters, each with unique moves, devastating combos, and distinct playstyles, while engaging in intense, high-octane one-on-one battles enhanced by new mechanics, cinematic rage arts, and strategic counterattacks that add depth, strategy, and excitement to both casual matches and high-level tournament play. Tekken 7 perfectly captures the showmanship, attitude, and arcade-rooted spirit that has defined the series for decades. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $9.99, WipeOut Omega Collection brings together all the content from WipeOut HD, WipeOut HD Fury, and WipeOut 2048, fully enhanced for PS4 and PS4 Pro. Experience blistering high-speed anti-gravity racing across futuristic tracks, mastering tight turns, jumps, and intense combat against rival pilots, while utilizing an array of weapons, power-ups, and advanced tactics to dominate the leaderboard and outmaneuver every single opponent in fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled races. The collection takes full advantage of the PS4's power, featuring reworked textures, improved graphical effects, and HDR for enhanced contrast, making every ship, track, and detail sharper, smoother, and more immersive than ever before. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Tales of Zestiria is a sprawling action JRPG set in a beautifully crafted medieval fantasy world torn between two warring nations, following Sori, a curious young adventurer destined to become the legendary shepherd and save humanity from corruption and darkness. Explore vast open fields, ancient ruins, and mystical lands inspired by classic fantasy literature, while uncovering a story rich in friendship, faith, destiny, and moral choices that shape the world around you. Its seamless real-time battle system lets you switch from exploration to combat instantly, using characters together for powerful transformations and devastating attacks, and fast, strategic encounters. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Borderlands Legendary Collection delivers 3 full games, Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the Pre-Sequel, packed with over 100 hours of loot-filled, chaotic cooperative action across Pandora and its moon, Helios. Battle bandits, beasts, and powerful bosses using an enormous arsenal of guns, grenades, and abilities, while customizing your Vault Hunter and teaming up with friends locally or online to tackle missions, story quests, and epic boss encounters. With each game offering unique worlds, memorable characters, and tons of bonus DLC content, the collection ensures non-stop mayhem, humor, and strategy in every explosive firefight. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 160 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $9.99, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is a colorful action-adventure game that revives the beloved Monster World series, created alongside Ryuichi Nishizawa, the original Wonder Boy mastermind. Guide Jin through a vibrant, hand-drawn world, transforming into 6 unique forms with distinct combat and platforming abilities, while exploring vast lands, defeating challenging enemies, and uncovering hidden secrets across forests, caves, and magical kingdoms. Featuring an incredible soundtrack from legendary composers like Yuzo Koshiro and Motoi Sakuraba, enhanced DualSense feedback, native 4K resolution, and ultra-smooth 120 FPS, it delivers a modern yet nostalgic adventure full of charm and excitement. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Everybody's Golf is a lighthearted, accessible golf game where you can swing, putt, and drive your way through creatively designed courses using just 3 button clicks, with colorful environments, playful character designs, and relaxing yet engaging gameplay. Customize your character, explore side activities like fishing and karting, and develop your skills through challenge modes while enjoying the vibrant, cheerful environments and charming animations that make each course feel unique and inviting. While online servers shut down in 2022, all single-player offline modes remain fully playable, letting you enjoy golf your way at your own pace. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a number of online trophies that can't be unlocked anymore, making the platinum unobtainable. For $6.99, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is a first-person action-adventure where you follow Faith, a daring freerunner, as she fights for freedom in the sprawling, high-tech city of Glass, a place of stunning beauty hiding a dark, oppressive secret. Navigate vast rooftops, shadowy tunnels, and towering skyscrapers, using fluid parkour, advanced combat, and environmental mastery to outmaneuver enemies, uncover conspiracies, and experience a thrilling story from Faith's perspective. The game emphasizes seamless movement, exploration, and vertical traversal, letting you chain acrobatic feats and daring stunts while fully immersing yourself in a stylish, futuristic urban landscape. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, and there's unfortunately a number of online trophies that can't be unlocked anymore, making the platinum unobtainable. For $9.89, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection is a definitive fighting game compilation celebrating 3 decades of the iconic franchise, featuring 12 titles from the Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, and Alpha series, now perfectly balanced for console play. Relive the classic arcade experience with online arcade mode, or challenge friends in online lobbies across 4 of the most definitive entries, mastering unique fighters, combos, and special moves in both casual and competitive battles. The collection also includes a museum with timelines, character sprites, and behind-the-scenes design documents, giving fans an in-depth look at the evolution of the series and its legendary world warriors. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9.99, World of Final Fantasy is a charming turn-based RPG set in a vibrant, stylized world where you capture, customize, and evolve iconic monsters, stacking them into adorable yet strategic towers to battle a wide variety of challenging foes. Explore colorful environments, solve puzzles, and uncover secrets while interacting with familiar characters and locations from across the Final Fantasy universe, all reimagined in a whimsical, accessible style full of humor and heart. Combat blends traditional mechanics with stacking strategy, letting you experiment with monster combinations, elemental strengths, and tactical approaches to overcome increasingly challenging encounters. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition is a remastered crime action game set in 1940s and 50s Empire Bay, New York, where a war hero, Vito Scaletta, becomes entangled with the mob to pay his father's debts and rise through the criminal ranks alongside his loyal friend Joe. Explore a sprawling post-war city teeming with opportunity, organized crime, and booming industries, engaging in high-stakes heists, street brawls, and morally complex missions that capture the allure and danger of the Golden Era Mafia. This complete edition includes all DLC, delivering the full story in stunning HD, letting you experience cinematic drama, period-accurate environments, and unforgettable characters in one immersive package. It's a 76 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Yakuza Like a Dragon Hero Edition is an RPG where you play Ichiban Kasuga, a low-ranking Yakuza betrayed by the man he trusted most, who must rise from obscurity to become a hero while uncovering the shocking truth behind his family's destruction and navigating the criminal underworld of Yokohama. Switch between 19 jobs, recruit up to 7 party members, master over 100 combat skills, tackle fierce enemies, explore every corner of the city, complete 50 sub-stories, enjoy minigames, and strengthen bonds to unlock powerful abilities. This Hero Edition also includes the Job Set and Management Mode Set DLC, offering expanded gameplay, strategic depth, and a fully immersive, action-packed city life experience. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $5.99, South Park: The Stick of Truth is a hilarious RPG where you join Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny on an epic quest to become cool, battling underpants gnomes, hippies, and other outrageous enemies while discovering the lost Stick of Truth and navigating bizarre, hilarious situations across South Park. Customize your character with countless combinations, recruit classic South Park friends, and wield magical weapons and mystical armor in turn-based combat that perfectly captures the irreverent humor of the series. Written and voiced by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, this adventure delivers authentic South Park comedy, over-the-top battles, and a wildly interactive, delightfully absurd world. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $6.89, the Unravel Yarny Bundle includes Unravel and Unravel 2, charming physics-based puzzle platformers where you guide lovable Yarny characters crafted from a single thread of yarn through beautifully detailed environments that slowly unravel as you progress. In Unravel, experience a heartfelt solo journey filled with clever puzzles and environmental storytelling, while Unravel 2 introduces co-op gameplay, allowing you to create a second Yarny, build friendships, solve intricate puzzles together, and navigate challenges that emphasize cooperation and creativity. These games combine stunning visuals, touching narratives, and inventive mechanics for a delightful, family-friendly adventure. It's a 79 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 30 hours to get both platinums. For $9.59, God Eater 3 is an action-packed RPG where you hunt massive origami monsters using a versatile arsenal of God arcs, including dual-wield, two-handed, and ranged weapons, each offering unique combat styles, devastating attacks, and strategic depth for every encounter. Master new abilities like burst arts, dive dash attacks, and evolved ground, air, and step techniques to dominate fearsome foes, while facing the terrifying Ash origami who utilize devour attacks and enter burst mode, demanding precise strategy, quick reflexes, and flawless teamwork. With intense battles, expansive customization, thrilling environments, and a constantly evolving arsenal, every hunt is a challenging, high-stakes adventure. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider is a stealth action adventure where you play Billy Lurk, a former killer-for-hire reunited with mentor Dodd, embarking on the ultimate assassination mission to eliminate the godlike outsider, confront his mysterious powers, and uncover his dark secrets. Explore the grimy streets, rooftops, and hidden alleys of Karnaca, use supernatural abilities and inventive gadgets to outwit deadly opponents, and make morally complex decisions that shape the fate of the city and its unsuspecting inhabitants. With tense stealth, fluid traversal, intense confrontations, and a gripping narrative, every choice carries weight in this immersive, high-stakes adventure. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8.99, Manhunt is a brutal stealth action thriller where you play James Earl Cash, a man forced into a deadly sadistic game of survival in the decaying, lawless streets of Carcer City, hunted for sport by ruthless gangs and violent psychopaths. Run, hide, and fight using improvised weapons, environmental kills, and cunning tactics, while navigating tense, oppressive urban landscapes filled with traps, enemies, and constant danger, all designed to push your nerves and test your skills to the limit. With enhanced 1080p visuals, trophy support, share play, remote play, and fully remastered PS2 features, this terrifying experience combines stealth, strategy, suspense, and intense survival horror. It's a 77 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.74, Far Cry 4 Gold Edition is an expansive open-world shooter where you play AJ Gale, traveling to the Himalayan country of Karat to fulfill your mother's dying wish, and becoming embroiled in a brutal civil war against the oppressive dictator Pagan Min. Explore towering mountains, dense forests, and vibrant villages, engage in unpredictable encounters with enemies and wildlife, master a wide arsenal of weapons and vehicles, and experience integrated drop-in, drop-out co-op as every decision shapes your story and survival. This Gold Edition includes the full game plus the Season Pass, offering extended missions, additional content, and hours of immersive, action-packed exploration. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8.69, Romancing Saga 3 is a celebrated RPG classic making its Western debut, where you choose one of 8 unique protagonists to embark on an epic, destiny-shaping adventure shaped by your choices, exploring a richly detailed world threatened by the cyclical rise of Morastro. Experience optimized HD graphics, a new dungeon, additional scenarios, and a New Game Plus feature, while navigating a narrative filled with powerful enemies, ancient mysteries, and morally complex decisions that determine the fate of humanity and the world itself. This remastered edition blends strategic turn-based combat, deep character customization, and a sprawling, choice-driven story for a timeless, engaging RPG experience. It's an 83 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $7.99, the Sexy Brutale is a stylish 3D puzzle adventure where you explore a mysterious, decadent casino mansion during a never-ending mass ball filled with intrigue, murder, hidden secrets, and possibly dark occult rituals and supernatural mysteries. You'll relive the same fateful day repeatedly, observing guests, uncovering clues, and solving clever environmental puzzles to prevent deadly events and save every life, all while piecing together the dark secrets behind the mansion's bizarre festivities and enigmatic, dangerous inhabitants. With its vibrant art style, haunting music, clever time loop mechanics, and immersive storytelling, every discovery feels tense, rewarding, and full of suspense. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $9.99, South Park: The Fractured But Whole Gold Edition is a hilarious RPG where you play the new kid, joining Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Cartman, and Coon and friends in a crime-fighting adventure through the chaotic, crime-ridden streets of South Park, filled with outrageous humor, epic battles, and over-the-top antics. Customize your superhero, recruit a roster of bizarre allies like Mysterian, Toolshed, and Human Kite, and engage in strategic, turn-based combat that combines powers, gadgets, and environmental interactions for maximum comedic effect. This Gold Edition includes the Standard Edition and Season Pass, offering expanded content, new missions, and additional laughs for a fully immersive South Park experience. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $6.24, Vanquish is a fast-paced sci-fi shooter where you play space DARPA agent Sam Gideon, tasked with infiltrating the solar-powered colony Providence after it's taken over by a mutinous faction using advanced, destructive technology to devastate Earth's cities. Equipped with the experimental blade system that can scan, copy, and store up to 3 weapons, engage in high-octane combat against legions of futuristic foes, utilize acrobatic maneuvers and strategic cover, and disable the energy transmitter threatening humanity's survival. With intense action, futuristic weaponry, and relentless enemy encounters, every mission delivers thrilling, high-speed shooting challenges full of tension and excitement. It's an 84 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For For $9.99, the Valkyria Chronicles Remastered and Valkyria Chronicles 4 bundle is a tactical RPG collection where you experience two epic stories set during the Second European War, following Squad 7 and Lieutenant Welkin Gunther in the original, and Squad E and Commander Claude Wallace in the fourth entry, as they battle the Empire for control of the precious resource Ragnite. Command squads through turn-based strategic battles, navigate dynamic war zones, exploit enemy weaknesses, and manage soldiers' abilities, while facing harsh environments and the godlike powers of the Valkyria. This bundle delivers two rich narratives, deep tactical gameplay, and expansive wartime adventures across Europa. It's an 86 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to get both platinums. For $9.99, the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle is a nostalgic collection of 7 classic cooperative arcade games, including Final Fight, Captain Commando, The King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, Armored Warriors, and Battle Circuit, featuring online multiplayer, adjustable difficulty, and detailed galleries for a fully authentic retro experience. Battle through hordes of enemies solo or with friends, master unique character moves and devastating combos, tackle challenging stages, and enjoy the timeless beat-em-up action that defined an era of arcade gaming. This bundle delivers fast-paced, cooperative, highly replayable arcade fun for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $9.99, Street Fighter V Champion Edition is a premier fighting game where you choose from 40 diverse fighters, battle across 34 dynamic stages, and customize your characters with over 200 stylish costumes, while engaging in exciting single-player and multiplayer modes full of intense strategic action. Master unique fighting styles, chain combos, execute special moves, and compete online or locally to prove your skill in fast-paced strategic matches that demand precision, timing, and adaptability. This edition includes all content from previous versions, offering the ultimate Street Fighter experience with expansive roster options, balanced gameplay, and hours of competitive fun. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Raw Data is a fast-paced VR action shooter set in 2271, where you play an elite operative of the hacker resistance Syndicate, infiltrating the towering Eden Corporation to expose its sinister promotion program, while battling robotic security, drones, and relentless corporate enforcers. Navigate futuristic Neo-Shinjuku, unleash an arsenal of high-tech weapons and abilities, hack systems, and engage in intense strategic combat as you question the nature of humanity and confront the dark, shocking secrets behind Eden's promises. With thrilling VR mechanics, immersive environments, and pulse-pounding action, every mission is a high-stakes test of skill, speed, and precision. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 10 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.